How do you prepare for these interviews? Study broad topics, things like microservices, relational databases, database design, NoSQL databases, scalability. There are very different kind of topics that you need to study on. And it is not just about programming or data structures. You need to study on different pieces on the system design perspective also. You need to practice a lot on writing on the whiteboard. This is very important because most of these interviews are conducted using a whiteboard. You can ask your friend to take an interview for you, so they can give you a design problem. You can solve it in front of them on the whiteboard and they can ask you questions on top of it. That will really mimic a sample system design interview. Finally, build more software. The more software you will build, better you will get in your design skills. What skills are needed for these interviews? One of the key skills is data structure and algorithms. So during your interview, there could be a possibility that the interviewer might ask you some question on data structures and algorithm as part of a system design interview only. Distributed system concepts, very important. Good knowledge on distributed computing is required for these interviews. Strong knowledge on one or more languages, like you should know Java, Python or Go or any other programming language that you're comfortable with. Database design, this is very important. It's important if you know relational database design as well as NoSQL design as well. The more you know, the better it is. Whiteboard uses, this I have already mentioned before. You should practice writing on a whiteboard for these interviews. Good communication skills are key. How you communicate with your interviewer is very important. Whether you are able to convey the design to him or not, that is very important. Whether you are able to understand his questions and give the proper replies to those questions, that is also important. Good communication skill is key. Also, I would like to mention here that these set of skills what I mentioned here is not covering the entire piece of skill set that you will need for these interviews. So there could be additional skills apart from this. For example, knowledge about scalability, performance of a web app, or knowledge about load balancers, CDNs. There are many pieces that you need to have knowledge on. So you need to do some research yourself and come up with a set of skill set that you feel is very important for these interviews.